Well, in case you haven't heard this fantastic news, Trump-backed Republicans sweep statewide elections in Louisiana. Trump-backed Republicans have completed a sweep of Louisiana's statewide elections with victories in Saturday's races for Attorney General, Secretary of State, and State Treasurer, just a month after Attorney General Jeff Landry won the governorship in the jungle primary. Now let's get into some video here.
An in-depth look at how each of these statewide races played out in each parish. Let's turn it over to WWL political analyst Clancy DeVos.
Thank you, Whitney. I'm looking right now at the race for Attorney General. Now, pay close attention to this map because it's not going to change much as we look at each of the three statewide races. This is the race for Attorney General. You can see Liz Murrill with just under 67%. You see the breakdown by parishes. Red is the Republican vote for Murrill. The parishes that voted for Murrill, who's a Republican. Blue are the parishes that voted for Lindsey Cheek, the Democrat. And right now, Murrill is winning by slightly more than 2-1. And that's the kind of odds you're going to see as we go through all three races. And if you look at where did the Democrat do well, it's predictable. New Orleans, the river parishes, in this case, St. John the Baptist Parish, and then the Delta parishes. Tensas Parish and East Carroll Parish. And of course, way over in Shreveport, that's Cattle Parish. These are areas with high concentrations of African-American voters. Now, looking at the next race for Secretary of State, notice not much changes. It's, we are looking at the runoff and we're looking at totals. I want to make sure we're looking at totals here. Nope, that's not it either. Runoff. Okay, Secretary of State total, and you're seeing the same ones that it should be blue, but it's in white. Basically the same parishes except for Tensas Parish. But other than that, it's the same story. Landslide for the Republican candidate, in this case Nancy Landry, with, again, 2-1, slightly more than 2-1 over her Democratic opponent. And in the treasurer's race, the same story. Not quite 2-1, but it's over 65% for the Republican. The same parishes voting for Democrat and all the others voting Republican. Now compare that very briefly to the governor's results in October, and you're going to see not much else changing. In this case, it's green for Democrat, but it's Orleans Parish, one of the river parishes, East Baton Rouge, and East Carroll. Same story. Landslide for the Republican leader. And as we now look at all of these races, I'm going to get back to the Attorney General's race for just a second, so we get to the runoff races. And as we look through them, Attorney General, Secretary of State, Treasurer, same story. Republicans now control all 7 of the statewide offices in Louisiana. This is not a surprise, folks. This has been coming for decades, and it's the culmination of highly organized efforts by the Republican Party, and frankly, the Democratic Party in Louisiana is pretty much on life support system. Nobody can say it's dead, but it is definitely on life support, and in the next few months, a lot of people expect to see a shakeup in the leadership of the Democratic Party in Louisiana.
Now, this should be a bigger story. I mean, it's big. It's huge because there was a lot of talk about the elections in Virginia, in various places. What happened in Ohio with the abortion thing? Basically, abortion is in their state constitution now, and we lost the Senate, or we lost the House in Louisiana, and not Louisiana, but Virginia. But the underlying numbers were not as bad as people think it is, or thought it was. There were places that Biden won by 7 to 9%, where Republicans flipped. So it wasn't as much of a catastrophic defeat as people thought it was. Virginia is very tough to win for Republicans. Glenn Youngkin got a surprising victory there, but it was going to be tough going forward regardless. But this right here, these were open seats. These were up for grabs. There were no incumbents in these races here for the most part. We saw what happened with the governor's race in October. It was up for grabs. That could have gone either way, as this could have as well. But if you look at turnout was very low. It was about 22% in these races here. according to the unofficial voter turnout, according to the Secretary of State's office. In Louisiana, uh, 3 million statewide voters who were qualified to vote Saturday, about 39% are Democrats and 34% are Republicans. So there are more registered Democrats that were eligible to vote on Saturday, and there's only a 22% turnout overall. They could have won these seats. Democrats could have completely turned Louisiana blue. They could have taken over every single statewide office, but people didn't show up to vote. And the Republican Party down there seems mobilized. They seem energized, and they have a majority in the House, the state legislature there, supermajority. They control all statewide offices. Now we'll see what happens going forward. Uh, their current governor, the governor elect, seems like he did a good job as attorney general as far as combating Biden with certain things with the vaccine mandate and going after him in his border policies. But now they control all these offices, and hopefully places like New Orleans can get cleaned up. Hopefully there will be some drastic change in New Orleans as well. I don't see that happening, but now they have a complete control of the Republican Party in Louisiana. Maybe we'll see some things happen there. I don't know. But all right, guys, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.